Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing this wonderful Friday? Friday afternoon time. It's the time. Let's see. If you're on the West Coast, it is afternoon. Most likely just picked up your kids or got off work. So, hello. If you're on the East Coast, eating dinner, I hope. I hope you're eating dinner. If you don't have dinner, then oh my gosh, let me think. If you don't have dinner and you're on the West Coast, I guess there's dumpster diving. That's the thing. I remember this one time when I'm trying to remember how old I was. I was probably 8. We were 8, and I remember going dumpster diving at 8. Dumpster diving at 8 is actually really, really fun. Because, like, I remember it was my brother, cousin, and my dad. We went dumpster diving behind I believe at that time it was a Vons. A Vons. And back then, when I was little, we used to just like wander off. Literally, it was from sun up to nighttime, we just did whatever. And so during the summer, my cousin would come basically have a giant, who would just stay with us all summer. And so after my parents leave for work, we have the whole house to ourselves. And we got really, really bored, and we decided to go out and walk to the closest plaza. In this plaza, there was a Vons. And we explored everything in the whole plaza, right? This whole shopping plaza. And then we started to go to the back, and we noticed that the back is where they have all the trash and stuff, right? And where the Vons was it's where the walking path is above the Vons, and then you can kind of see into the back. And in the back, we saw a giant, like a giant dumpster basically. It was huge, maybe the size like half a football field of stuff just thrown into this dumpster. Maybe it's not all Vons, maybe it's like the four stores together, but it was literally imagine half of a football field of trash in a giant place, and it's in a ditch. And we would go down there and we would be like looking for toys basically. And so I remember dumpster diving into it felt like swimming. It's like swimming through trash almost, but you're trying not to get dirty. So I'm like jumping on refrigerators and trash and stuff and just seeing what's in there. There's bags of stuff. Sometimes you open the bags and it's like almost like finding treasure, right? So we open a bag and it'll be like, oh, there's a bag of hangers. And we're like, yay, we got hangers. And what would we do with the hangers? We would get the hangers, right? And at the time, Batman was the movie, I remember at that time. So we'll get the bag of hangers and we'll pretend they're batarangs or boomerangs, right? Hangers are perfect shape for boomerangs. So we'll have a whole bag of hangers, and now we would stand like from one side of the plaza now, and we'll just throw the hangers at each other and pretend we're Batman. So that was entertainment. And then one time I remember dumpster diving into that the same Vons, and they threw away some metal poles, and we took the poles, and then we made a fort with those poles. Like literally, it was endless fun dumpster diving in that Vons trash area. And I'm bringing that up because this whole up and down of the economy has got me thinking about dumpster diving for some reason. Because, I was thinking, people make money when the stock market goes up, and people make money when the stock market goes down. And that's feels like dumpster diving. What else is going on this wonderful Friday? Let's see. I mean, I don't think kids have that kind of fun anymore. Did you guys do anything crazy like that? I don't know if it's crazy, but it was sure a lot of fun. I don't know any other kids that went dumpster diving behind a Vons and getting using hangers as boomerangs. What else did we do back there? We would. I remember like trying to get a bunch of styrofoam back there too, because like they ship stuff back there and there's styrofoam, and this is where we would practice our boomerang skills. We would set up like these styrofoam dummies, and we're just like, and I swear I got, if they had YouTube or any videos back then, I swear we could have made so many fun videos. You know those videos of the guys like throwing stuff until they finally hit it? I swear we could have done that. uh, I also remember like there in front of this Vons in this shopping plaza. If you go downstairs, there's like a lake, and in the lake you can fish. And so when we saw the fish, the like the man-made lake, we decided to bring our next time like bring our fishing stuff. So we got really good at catching fish there, so good that it wasn't even fun anymore because literally we would just throw it and we'll catch something. And then we decided, I don't remember now. We caught a bluegill, and we got bored of catching all these bluegills, so we just ended up leaving one on the line and just have it swim. So basically, we wanted to see how far it would swim, and we'd just go around. And I guess the bluegill must have got tired or something, or but as it was swimming around, a seagull came and got it while it's on our line. And now imagine we're 10 years old, 10 or so, and we caught ourselves a seagull, and like the seagull was really strong. Maybe because we were little, but we were trying to pull. Our pole was bending, and we were like, and people started to gather because now there's like three little kids with a seagull on the line, and it got to the point where we ended up having to cut the line. But that was pretty interesting. That was I think a core memory because the next day, I remember walking around the lake and we found the seagull that we caught. I guess it got all tangled up in that line because we had to cut it, and boom, it's it was in the ditch. What else is going on? I don't know. Not much. I feel like is in the news right now that is super interesting. I saw it's I mean I saw that Mr. Vance is in Greenland. Like, is this Greenland thing gonna happen? I know they keep saying they don't want it to happen, and I keep saying there's only 50,000 of them on 600 million acres of land. Think about that for a second. 50,000 of them on that much land. Okay. And they're saying like, oh, there's all these signs that saying like, oh, we're not for sale. Uh, you know, make make America go away. That's their new MAGA hat, right? And then they're like, but at the same time, I was thinking they're realistically just a colony of the Dutch, right? They don't even belong to themselves. I know there's this thing where they're saying that they're working on their independence from the Dutch or something, but I'm telling you, we can really roll in there and take Greenland. Because it has significance. There's a reason why Trump wants it. It's because I think I mentioned this before. Did I mention this before? The reason why Trump wants Greenland, it has a lot of natural resources. That's one. Two, there's a lot of land there. It's so little people. It's not being fully utilized because the the Dutch don't really do much, right, with the land. And as global warming happens, that area like the ice that's around there is gonna melt more and more and more and more. And as it melts, there's gonna open trade routes. That's why Trump wants it because maybe like 10 years down the road, it's gonna become an important area. Like I don't know why a lot of people are saying like, oh, uh, why do we even need Greenland? Why do? there's a reason why you would want Greenland later. So right now, like you gotta think about it in other terms. Like it's not important right now because it's not that useful, but maybe 5, 10 years down the road, it will be an important place to have. Let's see. So I don't know. Is it happening? Who knows? Oh, I mean, I guess somehow this reminds me of that whole thing right now with it's all over my feeds. Is that they found those pillars underneath the pyramids. I can't tell if that's real or not. I saw it was real. I saw somewhere that someone said it was real, and I saw another spot that said it wasn't real. That's something I kind of want to look into. That's pretty interesting because right now social media is going crazy about those pillars, and all these conspiracy theorist people are like making it. I don't know. I feel like they're making it bigger than it needs to be. There I've seen like these diagrams of like complex superstructures down there. I saw this one. Hi, Livy. I saw this one that they they made like the pillars going down from the pyramids, and then they built a city down there. Nice stream. Thank you, thank you. Ugh. You know what makes the stream even better is when you guys ask me questions. That's the best. Because as I say, I'm glad that you guys stopped to watch this. Right now I'm in my car and it's getting really hot and I'm roasting in here. And as you guys are scrolling, you could be looking at hottie bodies, but you chose to watch this. I feel like I'm slowly dying in this car. Where am I from? I'm in California. And if you're asking what kind of person I am a Vietnamese. Yes, 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 yes. But what makes it real fun is if you guys ask me questions like, what if you want to solve a world problem, we can definitely do that. I've got the plans. Okay, you know what the plans are. I've got them. Like I saw this one. Oh, truth or dare. We could play truth or dare. You asked me a question, and I don't know if I could do any dares because I can't leave right now. I have to stay here. So unless it's not, unless it's something I could do inside here. um, yeah, ask me a question. I will answer it. Like I saw this one stream, right, and I totally know what she's doing. Like it's just like hottie body girl, and she's got a giant cucumber just sitting there, and she's not even talking, and she's got like thousands of views. I'm like, I wish I could do that. Imagine I'm in my car and I have a giant cucumber just right here, and I'm just sitting here like that's literally her stream, and she's live. And how old am I? I am 38 now, I believe. But we could talk more about this hottie body because it boggles me, right? And then I went in there just to see what people were saying. And you know what people are saying. Half the people are saying like, "Hey, when are you gonna use that cucumber?" And she's just sitting there like insane, insane, insane. Well, I don't know. I was thinking about what kind of car do I have? This is a really really old Mercedes that I have. A really old one. Yes, very old. It's like a very old SUV. The SUV Mercedes. That's what I have right now. That's what we're doing. Let's see. I don't. There's people that replace their cars all the time, right? The reason I don't replace this car is because it's paid off, and there's people that like. I'm not talking about leasing a car. I'm talking about like they finance the car to own, right? And then the minute that car is done, they buy another car. But when it's done is when you start getting paid back every year that you keep your old Bucky Lee car after it's paid off is a year that you're getting money back from your car because you don't have a payment and you're just going. Don't need to keep up. You know what I'm saying? But what's my dream car? What would I really, really like right now? I have no idea. I'm not a big car guy. My wife wants a G-Wagon. And what's very interesting about it is she has been into the G-Wagon ever since she was little. And if you don't know, the G-Wagon is the Mercedes Jeep, that ugly car. And I remember when she was telling me that she told her friends that she wanted that car. Everyone was like, that car's so ugly, that car's so ugly. Now that car, fast forward to now, that car is like a status symbol that you're a drug dealer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's it's like the biggest, flashiest car ever. And it's not even that good. It's literally, and you know what bugs me about the G Wagon is that it's literally, you cannot tell the difference between the model, like the years of the models. I can get one that's like 2005 and it looks the same as the one that just probably came out. No one can tell the difference. But my dream car, to be honest, I'm not a big car guy. That's why I have this car and I'm gonna drive it until it dies and then I'll buy a new car. Most likely not another Mercedes. I just feel like as I'm getting older, I just feel like I don't need all that extra stuff. So we'll see what I get next. But yeah, I see you have a friend, Levi, that changes the car every year. That's insane. If you're gonna change cars every year, they have to be leasing it, right? I mean, that's the only way. Because there's no point of purchasing a car if you're gonna change one every year. And if you're gonna change a car every year, might as well get a used like a used car and just change it every year. That makes the most sense. Like car's the worst. That's like it's crazy that people spend so much money on a car knowing that the second you drive it off the lot, it's worth nothing. It's worth nothing. That's crazy. Aw, it says here my phone is overheating. I wonder if I should maybe if I unplug it. So if the stream ends, it's because my phone overheated and died. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the charging and then maybe that'll help. Last time I was streaming from my car, like in this weather, it also died. So it's not liking this right now. What else is going on in the world? I mean, the big thing right now that I keep seeing is the stock market. I think that's how I got started on here. Is stock markets going up and down? Is that I'm just curious to see if that's really affecting people or not. Like I'm talking about common folks because they say the stock market itself is like owned by